manufacturing the fine line spacing IC on this large square panel with the controlled and the limited wattage issue. So that's the major root cause leaders or inspire us to move into the packaging, advanced packaging business. I think our goal in the industry is to act as the new but also the experienced supplier on the panel TFT. We call ourselves as a mature freshman. I think our oldest generation 3.5 fab in Tainan happens to be the largest one in terms of the IC packaging. We can produce in 700 times by 700 millimeters size on a substrate, which means that we can coating in one time 7 times of the wafer. So that will make us much more cost competitive. And also, we are working with the existing IC packaging peers to generate the best IC specification and the cost. On top of the hardware, also, I think James also mentioned that our talent asset, our experienced employees, they are also very familiar with all the processing, like we mentioned earlier, because the similarity of the TFT-LCD and the Panel TFT. We think that advantage is impeccable. We think that instead of building the whole team from scratch, this ready-to-go team will lead us that much time, a lot of the time-sensitive testing or the experience with the clients will leave us a significant advantage. So again, I think a lot of you are curious about that Innolux, the mass production schedule. As you can see on the presentation, there are 2 types of the technology we are developing under the Panel PLP. Cheapest will be come out with the mass production first. We are already past the RA, the reliability assurance test with our IPM clients. So we are expecting second half of the year to have the major shipment come out with the mass production. What follows is the RDL first, the redistribution layer. On that, we are also working with our existing the IC packaging peers to the new business model. I think the product feature is a fine line printing on the 620 times by 750 millimeters substrate. So we will deliver to our clients with the processed glass substrate. Again, I want to emphasize that for this business, what we are, Innolux is good at is devoting what we have on this etching or the developing process, and we want to work with the existing IC packaging companies to help to further strengthen or enhance the Taiwan's semiconductor position on the global supply chain. That's on the semiconductor side. Next page, please. I will wrap up the Innolux part at the financial performance. I think you can see on the chart that our so-called the non-displayed revenue contribution has stabilized at around 22 to 28% last year. I think that because of the commodity business still very volatile last year. While on the other hand, the non-displayed business, both on the medical and automotive, we are seeing the robust and steady growth. Taking the automotive, for example, the absolute revenue terms has grown 46% year on year on the automotive side. This is also the major contribution item for our last year's non-display domain. Our key advantage on the automotive side is obviously our tier 1 position. So instead of like other commodity business, we are keen to try to win from the client's different specification by the cost management. Actually, on the non-display side, we are working together with clients to developing the new product launch 2 years beyond the road. So instead of just competing on the cost or the different specification, I think on the so-called non-display side, the reason we put the medical and automotive is because our position on these two parts of the business is rather than just a component provider. It's actually an overall total solution provider. So that's the also one of the key highlights I want to share with everyone. Also, I think on the automotive side, because the display, the position has changed significantly from previously only as a entertainment oriented. Now it's almost like a vehicle's steward interface. So it's like a control tower of the whole car's movement, no matter from the radar, from a different sensor, has to do this the interface on the panel to interact with the driver or even to the autonomous driving's time. So again, we are very positive on the view of automotive side of the business, i.e. the non-display side, will continue to grow significantly in the next couple of years, given we have a very strong backlog of our orders book. Next page is our income statement and also the